Hey everyone, it's Friday. Did you all make it through the week? Getting ready to get started here and cover some updates that we've kind of been sandbagging for a little bit. But it is April 19th, 2024, and the eclipse happened and we're still here. So, my name's Christian. I'm here to help you guys just kind of understand everything that's happening in the world of live streaming software as a service. That is our focus at Seven Talents. We're in the process of getting all of our ducks in a row as far as our marketing and stuff. So we've been very busy. We've kind of taken a hiatus. Actually, when I say we, it's me, and I have two other partners I'm working with. We're in the process of revamping content for our site, business plans, all that fun stuff that you have to do when you decide to go into business here in the United States. But that has not stopped everybody else for everything they need to do. It's been an interesting couple of weeks. We had to kind of skip a couple. It was actually busy. I think last Friday we were at a birthday thing for my wife. We got to go see a play, and then we had some kiddos that weren't feeling so great also the same night. So it was kind of an up and down kind of thing. But I'm glad you're with us today. Brian will not be joining us tonight. He was working on other projects today up until the very last minute as well, and I could see it in his face. It was time to go have some time with the wife and hang out and not have to worry about pushing buttons on me. Plus, I think I kind of want to do things a little freeform still. I'm saving formalities for when we have the entirety of our show mapped out. I was a fan of what we were doing with the Miro boards and trying to outline all of the things that were happening. And then build them into the show, and that's a lot of prep. It's not too much prep, but it's a lot of prep for what we're in the process of restructuring and rewriting, and I really want to put that effort and that time into developing a tool that all of you can use as well, and we'll be announcing that soon enough. But let's kind of like cover over what we were at. I think the best place to pick up, I think the last time we were talking about it was April 12th. If I jump on our board here, what we have is the eclipse happened on Monday, April 8th, as y'all remember. I'm kind of surprised that nobody actually made the eclipse kind of in a triangular ellipse shape as a meme. I did see something similar, but right after that, there was some news that did not get reported on the last week that happened right there. Was the biggest announcement that happened was Rumble actually released its suggestion algorithm, which was reported by Chris Pavlovsky last April 9th. And first thing in the morning, there was testing that went on. We saw some improvements happen over the day. That was actually being tweaked in real time, as it always is. Rick was doing tests, and we saw improvements literally in the first day of usage. And, quick video test with absolutely no content, just with how to make a raised garden bed, and here are our results right off on the side. So that's going to start changing things for the creators over here on this side. I mean, these are things that we kind of take for granted on other platforms, but all of the fine structural components are being kind of scaffolded in right now, so that the platform that we all have come to know and love will be just as competitive in its ability to make suggestions, just as competitive when you're looking for information and want to kind of binge on different topics. But really awesome to see that come to pass. I've already seen benefits from that. more examples of the related comments when we actually had the eclipse happening. There was all of the related eclipse posts off on the right hand side. So real interesting to see that coming to pass on April 10th. April 12th, we did get some updates to our holding slides on Rumble. And by the way, just as a quick side note, I want you all to know I do try to spend time looking for news on other platforms, and they're literally almost silent. Hardware is getting more updates than the software side of things. I don't know where, if I'm missing it. I'll take suggestions. If there's people that think that this is a little unbalanced, or I need to do more reporting on Twitch and YouTube, and please let me know in the comments. I do have a place that you can send us stuff on Twitter. You can send us any information you want at 7talentscom on X, or formerly known as Twitter. Or you can email us at info@7talents, and we'd be glad to make this the news that is inclusive to everybody trying to use live streaming software and live streaming platforms, because we believe that live streaming is the future. Live is the future. And that's because we've seen the culture evolve and shift over time. I mean, it's always been kind of part of the DNA of the internet culture. I mean, I don't know if any of you remember Justin TV, but these are the things that ended up becoming Twitch as we know it today. I mean, we used to upload to other platforms before YouTube, and let them aggregate the content out to other locations. It was like a upload once and have distribution. I think we were using Blip TV 16 years ago when doing content for the internet. The internet has changed drastically since then. But the latest iteration is still being written, and you can participate. The best thing I would suggest you do is go get yourself an account on Rumble and start giving feedback to the Rumble team. They are aggressively building the next platform. Oh, speaking of the next platform, of all of the different platforms that we have been checking the pulse on, and talk about it being quiet, was Odysee. Odysee has been silent for quite some time. I'm going to pull it up just for demonstration purposes here. Show you kind of what the last Odysee post was. There we go. And it had been silent for quite some time. Let me jump over to my over the shoulder. So Odysee had literally just sprung back onto the scene. July 13th, 2023 said rebirth coming soon. That was July. It had almost been a year that they had stayed silent, and then the issues happening with X getting blocked in Brazil, I think, kind of stirred them to life. Hello Brazil, no need to worry, Odysee will always exist for you, was their first post. Almost three months short, 1 quarter shy, 3/4 of silence, 1/4 shy of complete silence. I actually thought Odysee was dead. I was ready to pronounce it dead on July 13th, but they are back. And I couldn't be more thankful. We need more options out there, especially ones that are blockchain based. I love that these guys are out there. I love what Rumble does. I love that there's a publicly funded, like an actual business option out there that has real dollars and cents driving it, real market indicators, specifically an economy behind it. I mean, we have to have alternatives to ad space, or we have a monopoly we can't deal with. I mean, Amazon being behind Twitch has definitely helped them with uh, their payment processing and monetization and Prime points and all that. There's a lot of nice tight integrations there. Um, Odyssey going having a cryptocurrency as one of the ways that you can add, um, I guess, like Steam into your posts. This is a great option. It's a great alternative. I cannot wait to start reporting just as much on Odyssey as we report on Rumble. Matter of fact, I would love to see YouTube and Twitch really up their game and see more and more activity happening from them. And hopefully, as the platforms that we have been reporting on continue to um, as they continue to expand and gain more and more audience, they're going to need to be more and more competitive. That's good for everybody. So I'm excited about that. Um, some of the latest posts, real quick, just before I jump off of that screen, says YouTube says it has a responsibility to manipulate algorithms leading up the 2024 election. Just a reminder that we have no such responsibility. Good to see, right? Free speech platforms mean well, but they all face censorship risks. Government ads, government censorship risks from government, from ads, and from staff. Odyssey's new plan is full decentralization, no more censorship risk. I'm down. I love the idea of Odyssey always being there as a internet archive of sorts. Really anxious to see how that transpires over time. I had to give that a like. New YouTube UI on the left compared to the simplicity of the Odyssey UI on the right. Obviously, they're ready to start throwing down here. And since then, I mean, they've had how many posts here since they came back? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We support Elon Musk. Have the Odyssey handle. Yes. Please make this happen. Reply. So yeah, we're pretty stoked that these guys are getting a new head of steam behind them. So just let you know that we are not a one-trick pony here at Seven Talents. We believe that live streaming and free speech platforms shouldn't be a monopoly. We love that we have X out there doing things in the spaces. By the way, there hasn't been any shift. I haven't seen any major shift in spaces other than the fact that X did release the ability to launch spaces on a PC, on a browser. I think prior to last week, all of spaces were here's that news. I'll share that tab instead. All of spaces had to happen from an iOS device, and it could not be a tablet. It could not be there is no spaces support for iOS on my iPad. I wish there was. That's something I'm really looking forward to seeing. But now being able to create a space directly off of a web browser without having to do any kind of workaround is a big plus. I had been joining spaces with a PC without any problems, but this is just one step closer to having a fully functional alternative to both Rumble and to Odyssey and YouTube, and just the more platforms the merrier, because actually the more competition we see in any space, the more innovation you're going to see. And so we're pretty stoked about that. That happened on April 15th. So we're moving along through our timeline. Let's move ahead again. On the 17th, it looks like the campaign contributions got some work over on Rumble. So now there's differences. You have to report differently, so they're collecting differently for if you have a political campaign and you need to report the FEC contributions, you can now make contributions, integrated direct support with Rumble. I don't think YouTube does that. I'm pretty sure this might be the first. And they made it nice and clear. They actually changed it to a donate button, as you can see, instead of a standard $sign that you would see on the rants. So good job, Rick. Thrilled to see that. Also, on the same day, we saw there are some announcements that there's going to be changes to the left, what Rick calls the rail. I think you'll be able to sort your rail based on alphabetical or latest, or how many viewers are in it. So seeing some changes to the UI is a good sign. I've seen some minor changes as well that I hope to show to you as well in person. That are pretty fascinating. We kind of lost our spot here. Let me pull up the next piece. Here we are. So on April 18th, we did have an update to Rumble Studio for, I believe, for Android. I don't know if it's for iOS as well. I think I've seen an update as well, but I don't know if there's a log on the updates. But this was posted by SGA TV. Good to have him staying on the ball. He's still on the hunt for a perfect audio broadcasting solution, as any good broadcaster should be. Audio always comes first. Speaking of which, I did a 6-hour stream the other night with Sophomore John on Rumble, and did not have my audio settings optimized. I think I have everything turned off as far as like assists and echo and stuff on this, and I'm on this mic here. But on that stream I was running this, and it wasn't great. It wasn't great, and that was, I think, using Rumble Studio. So there's some testing that I'm going to be doing probably tonight or tomorrow morning, because I do have a guest in studio here on my personal channel. We're going to have some people in from Wisconsin come down and broadcast in person, in real life. So I've got some things to brush up on here before we start having people in the studio, but it's going to be interesting. Hopefully if there's anyone else out in the Midwest that is interested in coming out and doing work with us, let us know as well. Oh, got a comment here. Hello, fellow Rumbler. I hope you're having a great night and even a better weekend. Have fun. Oh, you know what? This individual, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce Daramuth. Daramuth, is it like vermouth? It looks like vermouth with a D. But that night that I was on late with Sophomore John, we were hoping to have him in with us as well, and it got late. Oh, there we go. Here's the pronunciation. Daramuth. Good to know you, man. Glad to have you here. Make sure to let people know. Share this out with people. This is a good time to kind of reset the room. Let everybody know that that we're doing it live as we normally do, like vermouth. Perfect. Thank you. So, yeah. It's been kind of busy on the Rumble front. It looks like we're kind of almost caught up, but a lot has happened today. A lot was going on with Brazil, going on with basically Brazil putting political pressure on X, and seeing that he didn't capitulate was good. Seeing that Elon didn't capitulate, but it's far from over. And right now we've got tension in the Middle East that's escalating. I expect that this is not the only place we're going to see censorship. I think we're going to see the biggest censorship fight of our lives happen in the next couple of months. We have an election coming up here in the United States. There's a lot of things cooking up in Canada. I have friends working on that. We're gonna see the ultimate digital tug of war happen, and really we need all hands on deck. We need content creators like you being involved, being vocal, support platforms that support free speech. Now's the time. Now's the time that we get to set an example for the entire world. Hopefully not sneezing, but doing what we do, streaming without concern or without fear, without the chilling effect of this 1984 nightmare that we've all been experiencing one way or another. If you haven't been canceled, you probably know somebody who has. You haven't been deplatformed. Do you know somebody who's been deplatformed? Have you talked about it? Have you talked with your congressman? I mean, I know my congressman in Illinois don't care what I think, but it doesn't keep me from being vocal. So it's interesting. It's as much as we love this industry, we realize that it's unavoidable political action to be fighting for free speech on the internet. So it's time to pick a side. It's time to get out there and actually play a part, contribute a verse. Contribute a verse if you're a Dead Poet Society fan. This is the day I encourage anyone who's ever been on the fence about whether or not they need to start making content. Do it. Go get the Rumble Studio app. It costs absolutely nothing to make an account. It costs absolutely nothing to download the app. And you can be making your voice heard for free. And it will be free forever. So, looks like I got more comments here from Daramuth. Daramuth says here, when I open up for May, I would like to invite you on Dara Chat. Sounds good, man. Be fun to have a conversation. Oh, well, I hope I'm that entertaining. The news thing is it's something I'm going to report on anyway. It's something that I'm going to talk about anyway. I'm just trying to silo it here because I believe that as we continue to attract more and more newcomers to streaming platforms, they're going to be looking for assistance. They're going to be looking for support. They're going to be looking for hints, and we just want to be there for them. We want to support them. Just Sophomore John's statements about wanting to support. If you haven't watched the 6-hour mega stream, go check it out. There are shorts coming. There are clips coming. I think there was just a lot said there, even though it was recorded horribly on my audio side. There's too much to ignore. And we will be doing more. And Darmuth, I look forward to building community with you as well. And honestly, if you come to this platform, if you are interested in live streaming, and you are interested in the community that the internet has to offer, we saw this all happen before on YouTube, and it flourished, and it was amazing for a period of time. But we know who controls the purse strings and the reign of power when it comes to YouTube, and this platform is being built to circumvent a lot of those pitfalls. So, best way to get in contact with me? Great question. At SASTIAN on just about anything, preferably Twitter for starters. The business account is 7talentscom. It's YouTube 7talents, X 7talentscom. You can send an email to me. This is actually watched by multiple people. This is our general inbox, and then we'll send you out the proper links from there. But I've got you in my DMs, I believe, so we'll get something out to you. So let's take a look at what's happened today, Friday, April 19th, the big news day. Just interesting things are afoot. Oh, by the way, let's back it up one day. Let's go back to the 18th. I don't know if anyone saw this news. I didn't see this coming. I think it was actually announced a little earlier than the 18th, but this is when I became aware of this. Uh, the Elgato Neo line has been launched, which for those of you who are willing to take up the gauntlet of what I just threw down of you need to join us and meet us. I mean, I and start streaming on Rumble. If you want to up your game one step further, it looks like they've come out with like an entry level, and it doesn't look like it's cheap stuff. I've already seen some people complaining about pricing, that this isn't that different from their professional offering, but I think they're trying to make a simple, kind of an Apple Mac simple version of all of the necessities for live streaming, or all of the necessities for more professional Zoom meetings. If you do video conferencing in any way, I could easily see buying all of these for my wife for her work conferences. I can easily see people that we use and that we've talked to in corporate environments could benefit from exactly these pieces of kit. Obviously, some of that kit that they have here includes they have a nice LED panel. I believe it's probably bicolor. It's got a dimmer switch on it. The new Stream Deck Neo looks great. Really interested in this. I actually almost want one to play with just for giggles. Their Facecam Neo, which I think is probably similar to probably like the C920 on the Logitech line, but notice they have a game capture. So this is really aimed at early first time streamers for Twitch and Rumble and YouTube. So I'm pretty excited about it. Wave Neo, things can get complicated really quick in this industry. So I'm really supportive of them trying to make a very accessible solution, and we'll be researching. Hopefully, we can get maybe some samples to work with on that as well. So, and if you would like to follow Veramuth, by the way, he has shared with us the comments. There he is on Twitter or X, dependent upon it's now an age indicator what you call that. But yeah, feel free to go give him a follow as well. We'll be sending you some information, man. To today, April 19th, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this up as I'm already at 28 minutes. And by the way, I will be on X Space, speaking of Twitter, later tonight. I will post a link on this as we close out. But Mastering the Rumble did point out that there are now pinned comments, which were teased about a week and a half ago by Rick. So it's good to see pinned messages arrive. They're here. They look great. So that should hopefully improve everyone's live streaming on Rumble's side, as well as it looks like Google is doing its darndest to make sure that they don't confuse anyone and start supporting them now. But they're retroactively pulling down some of Timcast's posts, mainly the ones that mentioned Alex Jones and Joe Rogan, because they hate them. The people at YouTube they have an agenda. They want to make sure to just keep flexing on who they want to take down and basically make this a gated community for people who agree with them. It's pitiful, but yeah, it looks like the mass media censorship continues. Same thing is happening internationally. Like I said, when we were talking about Odyssey earlier, this is Pavlovsky's response here as well. I think both Elon has been tweeting about this. U.S. State Department needs to immediately intervene and protect U.S. companies and interests. Which the sad part is the U.S. State Department is unfortunately, I think, just as bad as foreign interests currently. I don't think until we restore our government, and there is a restoration that's needed. And if I mean, I know that's going to be a polarizing statement. I'm trying to stay apolitical, but we're talking about platforms that are under threat. I mean, and this is from somebody who I believe, I agree with Elon that TikTok shouldn't be banned. I think the government needs to stay the hell out of tech. I mean, I don't know if you saw Elizabeth Warren today talking about iPhones and messaging and the blue messages and the green messages, but I mean, the government, show me, let's line up everybody in government and just watch them use their computer. Right? Do you want to be government's tech support right now? Would you want to be a congressman's tech support person? I wouldn't. I mean, I would for other reasons, but I have a hard enough time dealing with my mom who's half their age. Sorry. Rumble received censorship demands from Australia, New Zealand, and other countries to infringe on everyone's human rights. We are noticing a dramatic increase in global censorship, unlike anything we've seen before. I believe that Elon responded to that and said we are seeing the same thing on our side. So, buckle up, kids. We are going into some rough water, and if you'd like help navigating that water, stay tuned. Keep it. Subscribe, follow. We're going to do what we can to make sure you stay informed on how to circumnavigate the storm that's there. And there is solid ground to build your brand on. There is solid ground to build your name on that can't be washed out of under your feet. And hopefully we're a part of that solution for you. We hope to bolster that. We have other tools and options that we have been behind the scenes on for 2 years now building. And we hope that everything that we've worked on comes to fruition. But right now we are simply video production support. We will be helping you make your content. Expect a new website before the end of April. By May 1st, we should be launching our new site, and everything should be crystal clear at that point. We've spent a lot of time drafting and writing and building, and it's time to start getting it out there. So I'm glad you've spent the time that you have with me today. Here we are at 33 minutes. Ecstatic that you're with me, Daramuth. Good seeing you. Make sure to catch me on X later. I believe I promised that I would show this before I rolled out. Let me pull it up. Where you can find me. Where you can find me. Let's see. Here is my plans that commence in about 30 minutes, and hopefully we catch you on the other side over there. But I'll be joining Ryan, our RCAM TV. Let me share this instead. We'll be doing a live X Space to talk about marriage and the state versus biblical marriage. A lot of interesting conversation to be had. He had a whole questionnaire that I didn't fill out because it's all going to be a surprise. But look forward to being on that. I'll grab that link and share that at the chat. But again, really thrilled that you're here with me. I look forward to catching you all in about a half an hour on X. And tomorrow we will be, I believe, going live around 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Keep it tuned on our Seven Talents Twitter account or X account and my personal X account, which I just made a post to of the spaces that I'll be on later. And we look forward to catching you guys next Friday right here at Seven Talents Studio. And thank you. Thanks for spending the time. We'll be here when you're ready. Take care.